VocBench is an open source and web-based application for the management of multilingual controlled vocabularies. By controlled vocabularies, we mean taxonomies, thesauri, ontologies, lexicons, and any kind of RTF datasets. VocBench is using semantic technologies, so the data that you can manage in VocBench is based on RTF with different lexicalizations and models such as SCOS or OWL or OntoLex and so on. VocBench is completely open source, so it means that you can download the application and install it on your PC or on your laptop. It has been developed by the University of Rome, Tor Vergata. The other possibility is to ask for the publications office to have access to the corporate account of VocBench. For this, please contact us and we will explain you all the conditions and all the details for the access. VocBench is a collaborative tool. It means that multiple users can have access to the same vocabulary and they can also edit it together in real time and validate each other's work. For the user management, you can see in the administration field that for each project, so for each vocabulary, we see the list of users and also the user roles that they have for each project. So for example, this user is an administrator for this project, but we can also have other roles, specific user roles, such as ontologist or mapper or project manager, RDF geek, and so on. So we can really customize for each user what roles they are granted to. And we can also have specific user groups that are editing together one vocabulary. And we can also specify the languages that we are working on. So we can really customize the management of the vocabularies. In VocBench, we are speaking about projects for each vocabulary. You can see here the list of available projects in this corporate access of VocBench of the Publications Office. And you can see the models, the lexicalizations, and other details for each vocabulary that are available in the tool. For creating a project, you can click on this Create button. Only the administrators can have this possibility. And you can fill in the project name, the base URI, other details, and you can create the project there. If you log in to VocBench, you can click on this project, the current project button here, and you will have access to all the projects that you are assigned to. So normally you will have access to the vocabulary that you are editing, or also other ones if you would like to. If we go into the data of one specific project, let's see, for example, this one, which is an authority table maintained by the Publications Office, and it's a flat list of a few concepts. We can click on the data, and you will see here all the concepts that are available in this project. By default, the tool is showing all the labels in all of the available languages that are assigned to each concept, but it makes it quite long and unreadable. So you can also customize this feature. If you click on your avatar on the top right and you go to Preferences, you can select the languages that you would like to see the labels in. So for example, I would like to see them all in English and in French. I can also select the order of the languages. If I go back to data and update the page, I will see them all in English and French. They are sorted in an alphabetical order, and I can also search in the concepts. Here it's a quite short list, but if it's a longer vocabulary, then it's very useful to search in the data. So on the bottom, you will have this search field. I will search for candidate, for example, which is one of the concepts. I click on the search button and I will have the results here. It also has an advanced and a custom search available, so you can further specify your request. Let's see what properties each concept has. This is a SCOS vocabulary, so we will see the details in SCOS. If you click on one concept, it's going to open a new tab on the right, and you will see here all the details, the labels in all of the languages, the definitions, other properties, concept schemes, and so on. If you would like to create a new concept, you can click on this Create Concept button on the left, on the top left, and specify the label, select the language, and also the URI if you would like to specify. If not, the system is going to assign an automatically generated URI to the concept. Every concept has to belong to at least one concept scheme in SCOS, so also this is displayed here in the concept field. Every concept has 3 available views. The one that I'm showing now is the resource view. Then for the terminologists, for the linguistic community who are editing the data, there is also a terminologist view available, which shows mainly the languages, the definitions, and the labels of each concept, so it's easier for the management from the linguistic point of view. And for the specialists who can edit the data directly in SPARQL language, we have also the code view. So here, if you scroll down, you will see that it has really the codes, so you can edit the data also directly from here. There is also a graph view available on the top left. If you click on this arrow pointing down, you can see the data-oriented graph. And if you click on there, you will see the concept available in the graph view. Here, okay. As I said, this is a flat list, but for the taxonomies or for the thesauri, the data is available in a tree view as well. So I will show one example of this as well. Here. So this is a microthesaurus of the Eurovoc thesaurus. And if I go into the data, I will see the data in a tree view. So if I expand these buttons, you will see the broader and the narrower relationship of all of the concepts. And it will also show in details in the properties the broader concept. VocBench has a lot of available tools built in, all based on semantic technologies. So, for example, a SPARQL editor, metadata field for importing ontologies, and the history and the validation. So, as I said, VocBench is collaborative, and every user can and also should validate the other user's work. So, if I add a new concept, for example, my colleague can validate it in this validation field. And every change that we did in the data is kept in the history of the project. So it's very useful to see and track for the quality, the data quality. This was a very basic introduction of VocBench. We are making available and recording further tutorials that will be available on the EU Vocabularies website. So please contact us or go to the website for further details. This is a simplified view of VocBench, but we can further customize it. We can also create custom forms. So if you need different views on the data or adding different fields on the data and so on, it's really available in the custom forms as well. So for every further question and for other tutorials for accessing VocBench, please contact us at the Publications Office of the European Union, and we will be at your service for supporting you in creating your project in VocBench.